The thing I liked about audit was going in and seeing the operations. So Excel really became my secret weapon. And so it was through hundreds of live all-day Excel classes all across the country.
I'm so excited that we have a special guest today, Jeff Lenning, a Microsoft Excel MVP, and also the president of Excel Universities. So if you are a CPA, you know that Excel is so important. I'm so passionate about Excel. So I'm very excited for this conversation.
I'm a traditionally trained CPA, went up through the ranks, Arthur Anderson in terms of public accounting, jumped into industry, and that's where I really discovered the power of Excel and how it can help my career opportunities. And so when I talk to people interested in becoming a CPA or who are currently CPAs or accounting, this is like a very important tool that can really help set you apart from your peers and help you get your work done faster. The thing I liked about audit was going in and seeing the operations of so many different companies in so many different industries. And so my passion was more like tech companies. And so I was able to kind of focus on those firms, but really being exposed to so many different industries, so many different companies, I think actually helped me learn a lot that helped me become an entrepreneur and start my own companies. I was responsible for building the budget. I was responsible for these monthly reporting packages. And so Excel really became my secret weapon. And so that's where it really started to pay off.
Note, paperwork, try to do everything just in your computer. So I could say that put auditors to be so good in Excel.
And so in each of my courses, I start off by teaching just 5 new keyboard shortcuts at the beginning of every course. So you get a chance to practice with them so that they become second nature. That's my own company. I started that company. It was the first company I started. And at the beginning, it was really just focused on Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access consulting. And that's kind of what it started with. And so what I noticed is that my clients who were hiring me to build custom Excel workbooks and Access and different solutions like that were like, hey, Jeff, can you do like our network too? And Jeff, can you help with our websites too? And so I had to hire staff to be able to give those services. But yeah, we were able to grow. And so that's really where I started the Excel consulting. And then I also started the Excel training journey with that company. And so Click Consulting enabled me to really just kind of try to figure out how to teach. So it was through hundreds of live all-day Excel classes all across the country. It was teaching with the AI CPA. It was teaching with Cal CPA, which I know you have some history there. I was also on the OCLB like tech committee and the state committee and all of that. And so it was a lot of teaching live 8-hour CPE sessions. And then I created this on-demand Excel University where we, teach how to use Excel. But anyways, going to a product where people pay for access now instead of trading time for dollars, created the flexibility. So there's no deadlines, there's no stress for billable hours. It's and I've automated many of the processes at the company. So it's a very flexible lifestyle that the company provides for me.
Can you share with my audience about maybe main 5 reasons why people should be so good in Excel? You probably have million reasons, I know. Just focus on top 5 only.
The reasons for wanting to develop your Excel skills? Yeah, so I would say that for me, here's the basic things that it gave to me. One is it gave me a less boring job. In other words, I'm hired to do all these tedious routine tasks, these journal entries, creating financials, all these things. And those are routine, tedious, mundane, manual tasks. But once I was able to think about Excel as a way to delegate those tasks, then I was able to free up my time and do more interesting work and have better opportunities. Second of all, it increased job security because people are afraid of automation, like, well, you're going to automate yourself out of a job. That's not been my experience. My experience is if I'm the person who knows how to automate the stuff, my job security is increased. The next reason is better annual reviews. I'm not going to lie, when I'm able to go to my annual review and they were able to see how much productivity I was able to bring to the table, my annual reviews were very generous. The next thing is it gave me better opportunities within the company. So, hey, Jeff, I noticed you were able to automate those, those journal entries. Can you help me automate some payroll stuff? Yeah. Hey, Jeff, I noticed you automate the payroll. Can you help me automate commissions? And so my reputation grew and I was able to work on really interesting opportunities. And then lastly, I would say time savings. You know, the most precious resource we have is time. And by being able to get my work done faster, it's been able to allow me to do things with my time that are more like what I choose. In other words, instead of working late nights, instead of working weekends like I used to, now I'm spending my time at family events, spending time with my kids, my wife. We do mountain biking and running and all kinds of things, and hanging out with the kids. So I'm able to use my time more the way that I would want to, instead of being locked in the office, working late nights and weekends.
So because you teach so many Excel lessons, Jeff, what are the most common mistakes that people normally have when they use Excel?
The most common mistakes are going to be, okay, how do I organize these different thoughts? Okay, first thing is not having a dedicated error check worksheet to make sure that everything ties out and is internally consistent. So as a simple example, if I'm creating some financial statements, before I deliver them, I need to make sure cash on the balance sheet ties to the cash on the cash flow. I need to make sure income statement ties to the income. So I need to make sure all these things, assets equal liabilities and equity. So put those on a dedicated error check sheet so that Excel actually helps you with your review as well. And you can use conditional formatting so that it's green and red and that type of thing. But that's one thing, not leveraging Excel's power to help you make sure that everything is accurate. Because once you deliver a report that's wrong, your reputation is a little tainted, and now future reports are a little suspect. So you can't risk delivering something that's inaccurate.